Hello and welcome everyone to the week ahead commodity report, where we of course will be reviewing the markets for the week ahead. Now, what a difference 1 week makes. Exactly this time last week, oil prices gapped lower by 300 points off the Sunday open, breaking down to $55 per barrel. This is where we identified with you a massive buy opportunity for WTI crude oil. Now, just 1 week later, oil prices surged 15% from those lows on Monday, breaking out to $63.50 per barrel, slingshotting higher. Now the world's number one traded commodity, it has surged back even stronger than before, clocking up one of its biggest weekly gains on record. In every one of our recent reports, we have sounded the alarm that there was a major breakout opportunity which would be imminent on WTI crude oil. You only have to look at last week's report and headline news items to see that oil prices, they have been whipping up an explosive money-making storm, presenting savvy traders with huge opportunities to book a windfall amount of profits, as we have done here with our clients at the Gold and Silver Club. Now, once again, everything we identified with you last week, that has played out. The setup wasn't just predicted, it was absolutely nailed with surgical precision, enabling our clients to bank 6, 7 and even 8-figure returns, all just within less than a week. Here are just some of the testimonials from our clients sharing their successes and achievements. Is the rally over? Has all the money been made? Not by a long shot. These exciting and fast-moving markets, they are creating the most optimized environment for traders, or as some of the world's most powerful Wall Street banks, from Goldman Sachs to JP Morgan to Bank of America, they are calling it the golden age of trading. Now, once you take a look at the bigger macro picture, conclusive evidence that shows that oil is no longer just a reflection of macro sentiment. It's fast becoming the biggest trading opportunity of 2025. Oil prices surged on Monday, turbocharged by a landmark trade agreement between the United States and China that Wall Street analysts believe will reignite global economic growth and unleash a powerful resurgence in global energy demand. Brent crude oil, the international benchmark, that soared above $66 per barrel, whilst WTI crude oil, that topped $63 a barrel. The gains come as the United States and China, they have agreed to slash reciprocal tariffs for 90 days in de-escalation of the trade war between the world's two largest economies. President Donald Trump, he described the deal as the biggest reset in global trade in over 40 years, whilst Chinese Premier Li Qiang called it a milestone that will reshape the balance of global commerce. Our analysts here at the Gold and Silver Club, they view this agreement as a major inflection point for the oil markets, and our proprietary data indicates that oil is one of the most asymmetrical trade setups of 2025. Oil has been deeply undervalued on fear-driven headlines, and now with trade routes reopening and pent-up demand in China expected to surge, we could very easily see a $10 to $15 per barrel repricing over the coming weeks from the current levels. Additionally, crude imports into China, already the world's largest oil importer, they climbed to 12.6 million barrels per day in April, up 7.4% from a year earlier. Our analysts, they expect that figure will accelerate sharply as state-owned refiners, they ramp up procurement to capitalize on the fire sale prices and strengthen energy security under the new trade agreement. Beyond the new US-China tariff deal, a convergence of supply-side risks, they are fueling bullish sentiment. With tensions in the Strait of Hormuz and ongoing disruptions in Libya and Nigeria, the margin for supply shocks, it remains thin. This creates a fragile balance where even a modest demand shock, that could trigger oil's next major move. And let's not forget, with inventories already drawing and summer driving season approaching fast, it won't take much for oil to test new multi-month and multi-year highs. Oil's bullish sentiment that spilled over into other commodities, with copper, iron ore, natural gas all catching a bid on hopes of renewed Chinese industrial demand. And this could just be the beginning. As we head into the middle of May, capital is once again rotating back into commodities. According to JP Morgan, oil is not just an inflation hedge, it's a high conviction, high upside trade with bullish tailwinds from every direction. Whichever way you look at it, One thing is clear, the greatest wealth transfer in history, that is happening right now. It's times like these that make millionaires and billionaires out of regular people. There's a lot of traders that completely missed out on three of the previous greatest wealth transfers in history, including the 1987 stock market crash, the 2008 global financial crisis, and more recently the pandemic in 2020. The ones that saw the opportunity, knew how to capitalize, they accumulated life-changing wealth. Once again, we find ourselves at the forefront of one of the biggest wealth creation opportunities of all time. This explosive cocktail of macro events and market moving themes that we're witnessing unfold under Donald Trump presidency 2.0, that now presents the fourth greatest wealth transfer of our lifetimes. More millionaires and billionaires will be made this time round than ever before. And that's exactly why a long list of the world's most powerful Wall Street banks, from Goldman Sachs to JP Morgan to Bank of America, they have dubbed the current economic climate as the golden age of trading. Extraordinary times, they do create extraordinary opportunities. Right now, as traders, we're living in some of the most exciting and rewarding times ever. Whatever long-term goal you're looking to achieve through trading, whether that is to create a full-time income, a second or replacement income, or just to earn a better return on your savings, now is the time to take action. Right now, you have an opportunity to make 2025 your biggest and best yet, which based on our research, it is going to be another blockbuster year due to all the current macroeconomic events that are unfolding. Definitely do not underestimate what you can achieve in the next 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 12 months from now. Here at the Gold and Silver Club, we're consistently banking over 10,000 points profit per month, which we have transparently documented through our weekly videos. If you're trading at one lot, that's $100,000, or if you're trading at 10 lots, that's $1 million. As you can see from our testimonials, the majority of our clients at the Gold and Silver Club are utilizing our proprietary research-driven trading approach. They have already made in excess of 6, 7, 8-figure returns, and we're only in May. If you've been kicking yourself for missing out on some of the biggest trading opportunities so far this year, but you still want to make 2025 your best ever, go to jointhegoldensilverclub.com now to learn how a mentorship program can take your trading to the next level. Investing in yourself, it is the best investment you'll ever make. Make investing in yourself a priority because nobody else is going to do that for you. So with that, let's move over to the charts. We'll talk you through exactly what we're looking at here as we head into a new week. So firstly, the dollar index and WTI crude oil, both of these opportunities we highlighted to you at the start of last week that we have built into multiple trades on these markets. So you can see here, the dollar index has already broken out just within the last week over 300 points. This has put us in a windfall amount of profit over several positions we've stacked into on the dollar over the last couple of weeks here. You can see the dollar index starting off the week strong, breaking out to the 101.50 zone. In fact, we've already started to scale out profits with our clients at the Gold and Silver Club, over 800 points booked to kick off the week here. Then let's move it over to WTI crude oil. Just within the matter of a week here, we have broken out 750 points here. Again, this provided a huge opportunity to start snipering in off the Sunday open, where oil prices, they gapped down 300 points after OPEC increased supply at the OPEC meeting last weekend. And with that, if you are primed and ready to take advantage of the Sunday open, as we did with our clients at the Gold and Silver Club, it was very fast profits with this sort of a setup, right? So very quickly, from Monday to Tuesday, we already filled the gap. And then just by continuing to hold on to multiple trades here, we've now had a windfall amount of profit booked in the portfolio. Those trades that were executed from the beginning of last week of the Sunday open, we have already started to scale out of by more than 500 points here per position. As discussed before, 55 to 60, that range, huge opportunity for WTI crude oil. To start off the week here, oil prices, they're broken out to $63.59 per barrel. Huge move. So I do hope that many of you absolutely crushed it on this market. This has been at a period where hedge funds and money managers have been max short this market. The overall sentiment in the market for WTI crude oil has been extremely bearish. So we've faded the sentiment, we've faded the overall narrative, and we've booked a windfall amount of profit with our clients at the Gold and Silver Club, and I also hope you have too. Now moving over to the metals, as discussed previously, we've booked our profit here on silver at 33 US dollars per ounce. In fact, the price is still below $33 per ounce. We discussed it previously. The narrative in May, the general sentiment will favor the dollar. This is why you have the saying, sell in May and go away. So what does this do to metals like gold, like palladium, like platinum? They all are coming under pressure, and this is going to set up for a fantastic buyback opportunity in the coming weeks ahead. And of course, whatever long-term goal you're looking to achieve through trading, whether that is to create a full-time income, a second or replacement income, or just to earn a better return on your savings, now is the time to take action. If you want to maximize your money-making potential and thrive, not just survive in these fast-moving markets, then you need to adapt your strategy to the current market conditions. Most importantly, utilize a professional, research-driven, and artificial intelligence-powered approach. One of the biggest obstacles that holds back 99% of retail traders from achieving their desired success is not having access to the correct professional strategies, institutional level data, and cutting-edge artificial intelligence insights to make confident decisions with accuracy and precision. There's a massive gap between the top 1% of professional traders and the bottom 99% of misguided retail traders who simply rely on outdated technical analysis, gimmicky technical indicators that do not work in these markets. If you want to get yourself out of the bottom 99% into the top 1% who are actually crushing it, making 6, 7, 8-figure returns in these markets right now, then you need to utilize a professional, artificial intelligence driven approach, or you'll just end up wasting lots of time, money, and effort, and you'll have no results to show for all of your hard work. In these rapidly changing markets, you need to be constantly innovating and evolving. Technical analysis, outdated technical indicators, they won't work. Those days, they're long gone. If that's all you're relying on, the odds are already stacked up massively against you. If you want to change the results, you have to change your thinking. If you want to learn our exclusive, data-driven, and artificial intelligence-powered approach that is never taught to retail traders, only reserved for professional traders in the banks and hedge funds with access to powerful game-changing insights, including where the banks and hedge funds, where they're buying and selling in real time, further compound that with the key liquidity zones so you can enter and exit the markets with pinpoint precision, combine that with the fundamentals, the macroeconomics, the capital flows, the daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly real-time data-driven cycles and intermarket correlations, then you need to join our mentorship program. Right now, we're in one of the greatest eras of wealth creation that we have seen. If you want to successfully capitalize on this huge money-making opportunity, build significant life-changing wealth, there's no better time than now. If you want to upgrade your income, you have to upgrade your skills. Never underestimate what you can achieve in the next 3, 6, or even 12 months from now with the right guidance and mentorship. Time, it is the most valuable commodity that we have. Make sure that you don't waste it. If you want to join our community of successful traders, take your trading to the next level, there is an opportunity for you to do so. As a member, you get access to our exclusive live trading room webinars. You get access to real-time trade ideas, access to institutional research and market intelligence, access to our private Members Academy websites, and also support and one-to-one mentoring. For more information, just go to jointhelivetradingroom.com. The link is also below this report in the description. So just click on the link, make an application. We will get in touch ASAP.